coming off of here, and then I can add Celeste. This is so stupid. I hate computer, but it would not let me add someone. Um, so now that I'm on here now, I'm waiting for Celeste, and we will talk credit. This is absolutely not the way I wanted to do this. So I will tell you that. So I'm waiting for Celeste. As soon as Celeste comes on here, Celeste, it says you can request to it says you can request, yeah, bring them on live. Invite Celeste. There we go. All right, it says they're adding. Do I turn this? All right.
I'm here.
Oh, it says I can't turn it sideways while I'm recording. This is so stupid. Okay. Hey, lady, I hate it this way. It says I can only do it iOS or Android, which is dumb. Yes. So that was the problem. I wasn't aware of that. And that's not the setup that I have. I don't even have my stuff in here. And I'm not going to hold this phone. You know, I'm just like, oh my gosh. So it says bring you on camera. Are you on here?
Yeah, I can see you. You can't see me?
I can, but it says you're watching. I don't know what this, I'm telling you, this thing is so stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb. So anyway, I know you're, yeah, it's still coming up. Bring Celeste on camera. Celeste is watching. I'm telling you, I don't understand this new thing they got going on. Yeah, it's annoying. But
I mean, I can see you.
And I can see you. I can absolutely see you. It just says Celeste Bailey is watching. Bring them on camera. So I'm just going to double check on my Facebook to make sure you're on here. And then we can get it popping because this is going to get on my nerves. And I don't want to hold this phone at all. So I'm going to have to go get a thing. Right, that's a pinned comment. That's a pinned comment. Yeah, why am I not live on Facebook? What the heck is going on? It's not showing up on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I don't see it either.
It's not showing up.
That means we're not going to have nobody to join the conversation.
Well, then it said now, all right, so one person is up. Okay, Stephanie's watching. All right, so it must be on there and we just can't see it. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Yeah, because it's, I mean, if she can join, then it's there. This is so
Stephanie.
It's so stupid. So I apologize for my technical difficulties, folks. I wasn't aware that you could not do Facebook Live and bring someone in on your laptop. You can only do it on your phone, and I definitely wasn't aware of that. Yeah. So my apologies for that, because I that's something that I definitely was not aware of. Yeah, I definitely was not aware of that. And if I was aware of that, then we would have set that up. So my bad, Celeste.
That's okay.
With all the back and forth. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to go get my stand. Because again, I had no idea that I was doing this from my phone. So this was not the plan. Not the plan at all. So my bad. But what's up, everybody? My bad. What's going on? Happy Friday. It's so sunny and beautiful outside.
Yes, it is.
And, you know, I got my girl Celeste here, and we're going to do credit on lock. And I'm going to go get my stand. Give me a second. I can't
okay.
Stop turning my stuff on. Stop turning my stuff on. Stop. No, just stop. Just stop. Stop talking back. Just stop. Just, excuse me? Zachary, I will come down there and choke you. So stop. Just stop. Sorry, y'all. About to kick 20 out again. And this time when I kick his ass out, he's going to stay out. This time he's going to stay out. And I am never not prepared, so you know I'm annoyed.
All right. It's
Oh,
all right.
goodness. Trying to get that sun out there. There we go. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. All right, so this is how I was really starting the thing. So let's start it and start it. Here we go.
Nice. Roxy Fab Show.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
What's going on? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
And today we are talking about getting your credit on lock. Okay,
Yes,
because we all know that some of us, a whole lot of us, don't have our credit together. And, you know, we don't know which way to go. We get advice from 50,000 people of what to do. It's not all correct. A lot of it is incorrect. And I figured I would get with my friend who helped me with my credit and, you know, allow her to share some tips, not everything, because life is not free, and this is what she does. So not everything, but a few things, just some tips to help get you and your credit on track. So I want to say welcome to Celeste. Hey, Celeste.
Hey, hey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
Enjoying this beautiful day.
I know, and it's going to be like 83 on Sunday.
Yes.
83. Oh
yes.
My God. I want to be somewhere in a bathing suit.
I know, right? That would be perfect. Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Somewhere in a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously, we're talking about credit. Everybody knows what it is. And it's like, I feel like it's a lot. I won't even like downplay it as far as race is concerned. You know what I mean? I believe that a lot of us people, period, just don't have their credit together. And we need to really break down and get serious about our credit, even especially with our kids. You know, especially with our kids, we need to start there. Especially while they're in high school or, 18, so when they get, because, when you go to college, you get all these credit cards flying to you, and that's how you end up in debt.
That's how it starts.
Along with your student loan debt. You know what I mean? You got that kind of debt. And some people can't crawl out from under that.
Yeah.
They get a job, and it's like sometimes the job will run that, and then they start taking it out of your paycheck, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute, I can't do that. I mean, it's a lot of things with that. And I just feel like we need a little bit more help. So I wanted to talk to you about it and have you tell us, again, a little bit of what we do and how we're, how we go about doing it. Just like I said, just a few things, not a whole list of everything, because again, life isn't free. And what I want people to do is I want people to come to you for you to help them do this. That's what I want.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I want. And so yeah, that's what we're going to talk about right now. Um, so yeah, so tell us, what do you think, not what do you think, what do you know? The first, let's say, just give, I don't want a few tips, obviously. Like I said, you this is your lane. This isn't my lane. So talk to us about credit and the history and how things start going wrong, and do that first.
Okay. Well, first and foremost,
I wanted to
people
talk to
need
you
to
about
know
it.
what is considered a good credit score,
Okay.
right? So first and foremost, so if your credit score is 670 and above, you know you are in what is considered the good credit score. Now, what do you want to do to stay there, to get there? That's the main question, right? So then you look at, well, where do the different factors come from that make up my credit score,
Okay.
right? Like
Yeah.
which portion do you think makes up the largest part? Like what's the biggest determination you think, Roxy?
That makes up your credit.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I
Like
never.
what's the most important factor?
I would say, uh, get it together. I would say, what, your credit score? Is that the type of stuff you're talking about?
Well, yeah. The factors that make up your credit score, because 35%
Right.
of your total credit score is the biggest factor that they're looking at. So, what's the most important thing? The most important thing is your payment history.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do
Okay.
you pay on
Okay.
time or do you pay late?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the most important thing. So, like when people pay their bills every other month, that means they're
Right.
paying late at least every other month because they're not even paying it one month.
I
But that's the
okay.
factor that makes up the largest portion. That's 35% of how your credit score is determined, whether or not you pay on time. So those people who have that habit of paying their bills early, they're
Right.
on the right track.
Now the crazy thing is, even with that, all right, so I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm just shooting questions out for the person who's not getting it and don't understand it. So even with that, a lot of people are a little late. You know, some things happen and they forget, or they may lose their job. You know,
Mm-hmm.
anything could happen. So where does that, like? There's no, I don't want to say help or assistance, but where does that factor in? Like, there's no leniency or
It
nothing, right?
actually doesn't. No,
Right.
it doesn't factor in at all. So if you're in a situation like with COVID, for example, and maybe you were out of work and weren't able to pay things
Right.
on time, well, it's up to you to reach out to whomever your creditors are to see what type of break they can give you. Like that's all complete above and beyond, separate actually from your credit, because there's nothing that you can do. There's
Okay.
nothing that you can do at all besides paying everything early every single month. The only credit breaks that they're giving us is that they're letting us view our credit report more often now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're not
Yeah.
going to give you any breaks in that realm. The only thing you can do is pay on time. Or, like I said, reach out to your creditors to see what type of breaks your creditors will actually give you. But in reference to your scoring, that hasn't changed.
Okay. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. And I had a question on the tip of my tongue. I should have wrote it down when it came to my head. Because I was thinking about something and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Um, so what's the worst, other than that? Because obviously that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the other, like, worst thing?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Talk to
Well,
me
I'm
about
glad
that.
you asked me that because that was my second point to talk about. It's called your credit utilization.
Okay.
And what that is, that makes up 30% of your score. Your payment history was 35. Your credit utilization is 30%. But what that means, just to make it short and succinct, Rocks, if
Okay.
you have a credit card where your limit is $1,000,
Okay.
okay, that 30% is saying that in order to remain in good credit standing, where hopefully your credit is staying pretty good or rising,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to spend any more than 300 of that $1,000, because $300 is 30% of that credit limit. So
Ah,
that's
okay.
basically the gist of it. So if you have credit cards totaling 10,000,
Right.
then you should never spend over $3,000,
Wow.
because
Okay.
that's 30% of
Right.
10,000.
Oh,
That is
that's kind
a
of, look, that's kind
huge
of smart,
deal.
Celeste.
That's a huge deal. So
Yeah,
when
that's
you
serious.
go and you go over the limit of your credit card,
Right.
oh, you are setting yourself up for low credit scores.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And even better, actually, if you stay even below 30, if
Oh,
you don't
wow. Okay.
spend 20, that's even
Oh,
better. Yeah.
wow.
They give you all that credit. They give you those big credit balances. They say, here,
Right.
you qualify for 10,000, but you're only going to hurt yourself if you ever spend anything anywhere near that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that's why they give it to you. Okay.
Yes.
I get it. I get it. I
Yes.
get it. I get it. So people get these $10,000, $15,000
Mm-hmm.
credit limits and they're
Mm-hmm.
thinking, oh my
Yes.
God, you know what I mean? I can
Yes.
go and
Go
fix
crazy.
everything. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? And even though you're paying your minimum balance
Right.
that's required on that
Oh,
thing,
that's going to get you in trouble.
I was going to say it's still hurting you, isn't it?
Oh,
Okay.
that's big trouble. Not
Mm-hmm.
only is that costing you money, but
Okay.
that is hurting your credit utilization every single month.
Really?
Every single month. That
So,
means your credit score could actually be going down every single month.
oh, wait a
Yes.
minute. So I should always be paying more than what my thing says?
Yes. And actually, if you really want to be on top of things, you should be paying it off every month.
Well, if we could pay it off, then we wouldn't have the card.
Well, if you're spending less than 30%,
Right.
it's
Okay.
easier to pay off
Right.
less than
Okay.
30%.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll slide
And
them
that
a
is
little
definitely
more.
how you get tricked up. That's how you get tricked up.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, because
Yeah.
like you said, some of us, I mean, I have one card that I always pay a little bit more just because I know that's what you told me. But I got
Mm-hmm.
another one that, I pay what they ask me and that's what they get, you know? So, but I guess I
Right.
have to add a little bit more on top of that.
If that's more
Wow.
than 30%, it's hurting
Right.
your score.
That 30%. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'll be paying
Yes,
attention. I
ma'am.
need to start paying more attention. Okay. All
Yes.
right. Okay. If you're just tuning in, this segment of uh Roxy Fab in the lounge. In the lounge today, I have my girlfriend Celeste Bailey, and her company is called Get Your Credit On Lock,
That's
LOC.
right.
And she definitely helped me get my credit together. So, I know that with COVID and a bunch of things happening, people losing their job, people becoming their own entrepreneur and saying, you know what, I don't want this. I want to start my own thing. That's even harder. And so I thought, I want to bring Celeste on to talk about, give some tips on what we need to pay attention to when it comes to our credit. What's the most important things we need to know, you know, and and a few ways that we can get our credit back together. But again, I told her not everything because it's her company. You know what I mean? And if I'm correct, it's creditonlock.com and it's LOC. So it's creditonloc.com. And you can hire Celeste to assist you in doing that. Because again, she definitely did it for me. And it wasn't even a year ago, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a year ago. And and I, got 2 credit cards already. And I've been real chill because she told me to be chill. But I listened to what she said and followed those steps. So, she's definitely someone who you should reach out to and and handle that. All right.
Handle that.
And handle that.
Yes.
So, okay, you said that was one of your other points. What was another one? I'm sorry. I was jumping on you.
Oh, another point that I wanted to make It's actually connected to your credit utilization.
Okay.
When you get your credit card bill, there's a statement date and there's a due date.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pay attention to the differences between them.
Okay. Okay. I just
And you
saw
don't,
that pop up somewhere else the other day, in reference to a bill, like your credit. And I was like, okay, so we know what that is though. So if the statement says, April 1st to, I'm gonna make it up. No, if the statement says March 1st to March 31st, and obviously we, whatever, and it says it's due on April 2nd, like what's the problem? What are we
well,
what are we
what's going
not
to
seeing? What are
happen
we not
is,
seeing?
right. What it will say is, let's just say it says that your statement date is from March 30th to April 30th. Okay. But your due date isn't until May 10th.
Okay.
So you're only paying attention to what you did between March 31st and April 31st.
Right.
Let's say you spent less than your 30% utilization during that period of time.
Okay.
Then you're safe. Then you pay your bill between that period of time. You don't wait until the May 10th due date to pay. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't pay on your due date. You
Okay.
pay before your due date.
So I should pay before the well, no, I can't pay before that period because it's going to show me that period, and that period basically is already passed. So if I get the bill May 1st, or
Pay it right away. If you get it
okay,
on May 1st, it may say it's due on May 10th or May 15th. Pay it right away.
okay, don't wait till that due date.
Don't wait.
Okay, okay,
Don't
all
wait.
right.
And
So
again, if you can, pay it off. If you can. If you can't pay it off, at least try to make sure that you are less than 30% of your credit utilization.
okay, and we should pay it beforehand. Why again? Say that one more time.
Well, because the dates are, you don't know exactly when the dates are that
Okay.
they're going to be reporting it to your credit agency,
Oh,
to
okay.
Experian or Equifax or TransUnion,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So don't wait until the due date. As far as I'm concerned, the due date is late. That's late. Pay it
Okay.
early.
Okay.
Always pay it early, because again, remember, that's 35% of how they're determining your score or whether or not you're paying it on time. So just pay it early. Always pay it early.
Mm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Pay it early. Jesus
Mm-hmm.
God. All right. God, pay before due date. I hope y'all writing this down. All right. Y'all better be writing this down because I'm writing it down and she already helped me, but I'm definitely writing it down. Gee, goodness gracious. My God. All right. All right. Go ahead. Keep going. I know you had something else to, I don't know if you had a few or what I didn't run that past, but go ahead. My bad.
Well, I touched on the two other factors, which one was, how do you improve your credit score? Everybody wants to know, how do you raise your credit score?
Right. And those are the factors. Those are it. That
Mm-hmm.
credit history is 35% of my credit score. The credit utilization is 30. I need
That's
to pay
right.
before that. I need to pay before that due date and not spend more than 30%
There
of
you
what my
go.
credit card limit is, right?
There you go.
Not spend more. Child, I blew those things out the box. That's half my
I
problem.
know.
Okay.
I know. That's what most of us do.
It is. It is. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
wow. Okay, it is. I'm
Yeah.
making, I'm making sure we're in the, okay, we are in the event. All right, cool. All right, cool. The event is going good. All right, cool. I'm like, this new Facebook thing is driving me insane.
I know.
Um,
I know.
okay. What else did I want to ask you? I'm trying to make sure that no one else had anything. And then that's why I didn't want to type it on this on this phone. And I can't type it in the event. Let me see if I can. Uh, let's see. There it is. Okay, Andrea said, I knew Yeah, and on here, oh, there it goes right there. What happens when you have been paying on time for 3 years and it still doesn't help? Oh, wow, that answer.
Paying on time for 3 years and it
Ah,
still doesn't help, then there must be some other factor. What's the credit utilization?
okay, okay, okay. All right. Wow. Okay, so you paying on time, and like you said, are you spending more than
Right,
more than 30% of your available credit, right? So if they
right,
gave so if they gave you 500, or like you said, if they gave you $10,000 and you're spending more than 30% of it,
right.
you know what I mean? Then that's affecting your credit utilization. So
Yes,
you need to pay all that until you get under your 30%.
right,
And I got you. Okay, so you get that,
right.
Andrea. So yeah, so if it's we're
Yeah.
making it up. So if it's $10,000 and you spent more than 30% of your $10,000 credit limit, you
Mm-hmm.
need to pay whatever you can as soon as possible to get it
Bring
under
it down.
that 30%,
That's right.
and then keep it under 30% and be paying
Yes.
that on time. So don't always take it to, like, I'm gonna say $7,000 and we just paying it on time from
Right,
there, but we still got $3,000 more limit, so we're
right,
still buying and still paying what the
right.
minimum is. I get
Mm-hmm.
it. I get it. I get it. I get
Mm-hmm.
it. I get it. Okay. Shonda, hey, S dot, I paid all my credit cards to zero. Should I use them for minimal things like gas just to show some usage? I have several cards.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
You better use them before they be like, hello, do you need us?
And just pay it off every month.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. Fill that tank up, then pay it off.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, S dot, you can add my name to your joint if you want. I give you my government. I'll give you my government real quick so you can add me to
Right.
your credit cards if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I mean, my God, I'm just, She said, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. You are
Mm-hmm.
welcome, Puddin. I'm just checking to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I believe I am. This thing. Let's see. All right, cool. She said, I got your government. I know you do. I give you my last 4 digits when I hang up. I give you my last 4 digits when we hang up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm still sharing the video. Join us while we discuss how to get your credit. I can't even spell today. Credit on lock. All right, so Celeste Bailey. Boom. Post. All right, so we talked about credit history is 35% of your credit score. And that goes back to whenever you started it, like college.
Yes.
That sucks. Credit utilization is 30%. All right. And
Yes.
and then I wrote 30% for something else. Is that the pay before the due date thing?
Now, I don't know why you wrote it again.
I don't know why either.
It's 35 for payment history. Then it's 30 for credit utilization.
Okay.
Then for your length of credit history, that's 15%.
So that means
that's how long you've had credit.
Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. That's 80% right there.
Yeah. And then your credit mix is 10%. The different kinds of credit you have.
As far as like gas and Macy's?
No.
Okay.
As far as a revolving account or account where it's a steady payment, like a car note, house note.
Okay.
Credit card.
Okay.
Personal loan.
Okay.
Those are different kinds. Credit mix.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay, I ain't got
Mhm.
none of them. Boop.
And
Okay.
then new accounts and inquiries,
I
they
know.
account for the last 10%.
Oh, shut up, Andrea. You know I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, so what you mean? Gas and Macy's? Because to me, that's two types of different credit. Two different types to me. Okay. Gas ain't nothing. It's not a store. I'm not shopping. I mean, shit.
Mhm.
I know, y'all. Just give me a second, okay? You heard me hollering at the 20-year-old. Just give me a minute, and this all frustrated me. Give me a second to get it together. But shoot, I don't have a mortgage. I don't have a car note. I ain't know. So S dot said credit and car credit, right? Is that mixed credit? So like your
Credit and
car
car
note.
credit.
So your car, so like you just said, your car note,
Your car note, your credit cards.
that's
That's
mixed
two
credit.
different kinds right there.
Right. Okay. Yep. That's what she said. S dot. All right. All right. Yes, I'm definitely going to make sure that I put Celeste's website. I'm going to type it in right now just because. Creditonlock.com.
Just tell them to contact me on Facebook.
Yep. You told them just there. Or you
Get
can
me on
contact her on
Facebook.
Facebook. I just put the little thing up. It's got her little picture on it too. She does credit education. All right. And she has books. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, like I said, I know you hear people say you can
Here's
do it
one right
yourself.
here.
Yep, there's one of her books right there. Hold it up a little bit because I know that's the chocolate. What's it say? Because it's
The book is
backwards.
called What's the Fudge?
What's the
What's the
fudge?
Fudge?
Yeah, what's the fudge?
Your
What the
truth
what the fudge?
about maintaining, repairing your credit,
Okay,
obtaining.
I got it. I like
And
it.
I have copies of this available on sale. If they contact me and tell me that they were watching us, I'll give them a discounted rate.
See, I'm trying to tell you, this is what it's about. It's
Yeah,
about
but it's
connect.
available on Amazon.com. But I
Okay.
have several copies right here. I can mail them out myself to special Roxy fans.
Hey, all right, I like it. So that's another plus for watching the video, watching the meetup. And
Yeah.
if you're interested in getting a book, reach out to Celeste. You can DM her, or you can comment in the chat section right here. All
Yeah.
right, and say, "Hey, Celeste, I'm interested." You know what I mean? And she'll link up with you, and you can get your book from her, and she'll give you a discounted rate just for watching and paying attention.
That's
So,
right.
what's up, Mark 5? How are you?
Nice. Good
So yeah,
afternoon.
so and again, that's what it's all about, you guys. I just want to bring different people, not just women. I got two guys coming up soon that are doing some things that will pour into us. You know what I mean? Whether it's something fun, it's still pouring in, or something serious. Like this is serious. I talked mental
Yes.
health 2 weeks ago with my girlfriend, Dr. Tyra Gardner. That's serious. So we got some serious things that we need to pay attention to, and mental health and credit is definitely two of them right now. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? Right now, it's definitely time to pay attention no matter how old you are. Now is the time to, there's always more that you can do unless you already got an 800. Excuse me. I mean, so I'm just saying, but if you don't, I try not to curse. I said, did y'all catch how I said that under the lip? I was like, if you don't, then there's other things that you can do, to get that up. So this is why she's on here for us to check that out, for you to check it out, and a way that you can contact her. Like I said, I posted her website on here. You'll see it on there. Or you can reach out to her on Facebook and DM her and, ask her, hey, how can you help me? And she'll talk to you in ways that she can help and what the fees are. Because again, I know you hear things, you can do it yourself. You can, I'm just trying to be honest. I know you hear those things, you know, uh, and while she is going to assist you in doing those things, you know what I mean? Because Celeste teaches you how to do it and the proper way to do it. You know what I mean? And the steps, the order to do it. It's not just this is what you do. It's the order of doing it. Like I said, she gave me an order, a specific, and and she gave me like, and you should do this by such and such a date. Like it's an order, and you follow what she tells you, and I promise you, it will work out. So because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have a credit score, and I didn't even understand that because I'm 54 in a second, and was like, what do you mean? I've definitely had some issues. You know what I mean? Some issues, and when she said it, I couldn't even understand it. I was like, when she called me and said it, she said, "Are you sitting down?" I never forget it. And I was like, "Yeah, what's the matter?" And she said, "I couldn't find a credit score." And I was like, "What?" She said, "Yeah, you don't have a credit score." And I was like, "Okay, so is that bad, or like can I just jump start all over again? Is it easy?" You know what I mean? And she was like, "It's good and bad. It's good because of this, and it's bad because of this." But again, she helped me lift it up. I didn't check it before I got on here because I would have told you that. I wouldn't have told you the exact number because it's not your business, but I would have told you. But the bottom line is that since then, and it hasn't been just a year yet, excuse me, that I linked up with Celeste. But since then, I've already gotten 2 credit cards with comfortable limits. So I'm grateful. So I'm not trying to steer you wrong. I'm trying to steer you the correct way where you can help yourself and you can help us as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's really what it's about. And I don't want her to give out everything because then it's nothing for you to do. So we're not going to be like, I need you to call such and such and we're not doing all that. But I wanted her to let you know what was important. You know what I mean? So your credit history, I'm gonna let you tell it because I don't need to talk that much. So the things that you just said, what the important, the 35% and the 30 and the 15,
Yes.
for people who are just coming on now, run that down one more time.
Well, the 2 most important factors are number 1, your payment history, and that makes up 35% of your credit score. Your second most important is your credit utilization. That's how much of your available credit that you are using. And that makes up 30%. And you should never spend more than 30% of your available credit.
That sucks, y'all. I'm cutting in right now because it's other things, but that part sucks, because we get that $5,000 limit and we got $3,000 worth of stuff to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying, and you just want to pay that minimum of $30 a month, and that's not happening. So don't ever. If you spend over 30%, you need to hurry up and pay that off real quick.
Yes.
To get under that 30, because that's 35. That's 30% of your credit score. That's big.
That's big.
That's big. All right, go ahead.
That's real big. That's real big. So those are your 2 most important factors. But if you need help doing that, I am here for you. I am the credit coach that has your back. I will tell you exactly what you need to do to get yourself on track. If you're a young person, you need to build your credit. I've got the answer for that. If you've already done this or that and your credit score has gone down, I've got the help for that. So, hey, DM me on Facebook, reach out, let's get together and get you on track. Get your credit on lock.
Get your credit on lock, folks. I'm trying to tell you. Again, that's what she just said. Those 2 things are 65% of your credit score.
Yeah.
65% of your credit score. Not saying that the other percentage doesn't matter, okay? Because it does, but 65% of your credit score is just your history and your utilization. You know what I mean? So Andrea says she's trying to find your site, but it won't come up. Andrea, I posted it. You should be able to click on it. I did post it in
Tell
this
her
chat.
to DM me.
She said, if not, just DM her and she will definitely respond. She'll definitely respond. Wow. Like I said,
because you know what, and it's funny because while it's like, okay, so uh I didn't even realize that, and I don't know if you guys did too. I know Shonda says she just found that out today. But I didn't realize that like your car payment and your mortgage were separate from, your Macy's and your Home Depot. And I guess when you really think about it, it is separate because, well, and I'm just going to break my way down. It's not a credit card. You know what I mean? It's a loan. You know what I
Right.
mean? From a bank, it's a different kind of credit,
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
but it's still credit because if you default on your car payment, you know what I mean? It's on your credit
Mm-hmm.
score. It's on
Right.
your, yeah, and they come in to get your car. And the same way if you default on your mortgage, you know what I mean? It's the same thing. So I didn't
Mm-hmm.
put those two together, but I get that part that, it's definitely a different kind of credit.
Yeah.
What do you think as far as with that? What do you think is worse with that mixed credit? Do you think do you feel, or are they equal? Do you feel like the credit cards are worse, or is it that them loans from the bank, or are they equal?
Mm,
I mean, just because they're from a bank doesn't, everything's from a bank when you really think about it. So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the credit cards are worse.
Okay.
Why? Because the interest rate is always so much higher on credit cards, and you have all that wiggle room with credit cards. When you
Mm-hmm.
have a mortgage, let's just say you have a mortgage and you know your payment is 500 every month. No
Right.
doubt, you plan ahead, you know that's what you're going to pay. But
Right.
with credit cards, it's different. Depending on how much you spend will determine how much is going to be every month and the astronomical interest rates.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get that part. That makes sense. That makes sense. All
Mm-hmm.
right, yeah, I wouldn't have thought about it that way. I would have definitely thought it would have been, a default in your mortgage or something. But to me, when you mess up your credit, it's harder to get that back together than, because you can still get a house. You know what I mean? It sounds crazy, but you can still get a house. You can,
Sure,
hire a bankrupt
sure.
attorney to stop this on your house, and you know what I mean. You could still get a house.
Mm-hmm.
And just in case you need a bankrupt attorney, you guys, I need you to go to Georgette Miller Law. All right, Google Georgette Miller Law or go to Georgette Miller. She's on Facebook. She has a show every Sunday morning from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Classics 107.9. And I will begin as her producer May, the first Sunday in May, which is
Nice,
May 1st. I will
nice,
be her producer, and and she's a bankruptcy lawyer. So we're going to
nice.
talk a little bit more, and I'm going to totally try and have her on a live as well. But
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to that part because some of this stuff ties in together.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know what I mean? Some of it
Yeah,
ties in together, and
yeah.
and now how? Thanks, Andrea. Now how do you with credit? How does bankruptcy damage your credit?
Yeah, bankruptcy is basically you admitting that you can't pay your bills. That
Okay.
is going to ruin your credit because your credit is based on the confidence level that they have that you will pay your bills.
Right.
So,
Right. 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 That's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I know this part, but I'm just thinking because like what people don't understand is like people like Donald Trump and them, they file bankruptcy every six years.
but honey, with millions of dollars, you don't care about credit.
Right. Yeah.
When you have
Yeah.
millions of dollars at your disposal, who cares about
But
somebody giving
but
you credit?
but then if you got millions of dollars, you shouldn't be filing bankruptcy, just pay it.
Exactly.
But they don't want to pay it.
That's
You
the
know.
thing. Not that they can't pay it. They don't want to pay it. That's their loophole. That's their way of getting out of paying it.
Right. And if you got that much money, you can still buy stuff. But it's people like us, you
Right.
know what I mean? We and it's going to take you a minute to get your credit back
At
together.
least 7 years.
Right.
At
Yeah.
least 7 years. It may be 10, depending on which bankruptcy you file.
Right. Okay.
But it's at least 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
So
right.
file bankruptcy. Look forward to having messed up credit for at least 7 years.
Okay. All right. And last, because I don't want you to give up all the tea. I'd like to know what. Tell me what doesn't get reported. I've always thought like my Pico or my T-Mobile or something like that. Everything that I do that I have a payment on, I put it like that. If I screw up, goes on my credit. One, I wanted to know, is that true? And two, give me just, obviously not a list of everything, but, give me 3 things that don't go on that, that
Well,
people may think it goes on.
at this point in time, your cell phone is not being reported. Your utilities, your electric, your water, your gas at this point are not being reported. But still be encouraged to pay those things early or on time as well, because Experian has a special program out now. It's called Boost. And what that does is it takes your payment history from those things that aren't normally reported and help you to get a boost to your credit score. I believe your rent payments is also something that could help you in that Experian Boost situation.
Wow. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So you heard that. You heard that. All right. I don't want to say that T-Mobile bill, but y'all know that's not what I'm saying.
No, but don't get it wrong though, because if you get way behind on
Yeah,
that T-Mobile, they're going to be ready to report you at that point.
absolutely. And they should.
They'll
Right.
be ready to report that.
Right. But do utilities ever do it? Like Pico and
As
Aqua?
of now, they're not, but that's not to say they won't in the future.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's why it's funny. That's why I'm like, where I was somewhere and saw something and I was like, how is their water bill balance, like 10 grand or so? I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
But
it's not reported.
Right. And you need water. Water is a necessity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's where they can kind of, call the PUC and fight that, because they need water to survive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may not need power, but you need water. So it's a little bit different. Wow, that's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I always thought, back in the day, because my T-Mobile bill is tight now, but I always thought back in the day that my T-Mobile bill and Sprint, Nextel, all that kind of crap was reported, because they threaten you like it's going to go on your credit history. You know what I mean? Wow.
Not until you default in it.
Okay.
You'll find some old bill.
Right.
If that was the case. Yeah.
Okay. And do they not report it because they're a different kind of company, or they just choose not to do it? Like
just don't. They just choose not to.
Okay.
They just choose not to. But again, let's not think that, because any day that could change.
Right.
So still pay everything early. Everything. Even if you don't think it's being reported, pay it early anyway.
Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Jesus. All right, you guys. So don't forget, pay before your due date. If your due date is May 10th, it's April 22nd. If you can, pay it now. If not, pay
now.
If you can pay it today, do that. If not, pay it on the 29th.
Pay it.
Don't wait till May 9th, because they're not going to get it until the 10th. Pay attention to your credit utilization. That was serious to me. So don't spend over 30% of your available credit.
Don't do it. And get this book.
And get that
Hit me up for this book.
Get that book. She's giving you a discount today. If you watched it, and you're, you're interested, get the book and let her help you. Like I said, it really helped me. I really thought, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe at that time I was 52, Yeah. So I was like, I cannot believe I'm 52 and don't have a credit score. Like, I just didn't even, but again, I knew that I paid some things off and then some things fell off and, but I didn't think there was like nothing on there. I didn't think there was like nothing on there. I thought when she called, I was like, are you sure? So this ain't on there? This ain't on there? I'm naming stuff. And she's like, no. So, and again, she walked me through the steps. I talked, this was COVID, so it's not like we were in person. We did a little phone call, did a little video. I wrote my notes down, blah, blah, blah. And she walked me through and assisted me in some things step by step of how to get on the board. And now I'm just doing what I need to do to stay on the board. So again, Celeste will help you. I posted her website down there. It popped up with her picture. If you look on your Facebook page on your computer, you'll see it. If not, DM her. It's Celeste Bailey. DM her and she will talk to you about that. And also, if you watched the live, and you're interested in a book, DM her and say, hey, I watched the live, and she'll hook you up with what the fudge. All right. And what the fudge. I like that. And I like it like what the fudge. So, oh my gosh. So I'm excited. I mean, literally, I still am, even though I'm, now working for myself. I'm watching my spending because I like to shop, child. I like to shop. I called my girlfriend the other day and I was, and I told her, I was like, I don't want to pay my bills. I just want to shop. Like, this was literally like Wednesday. And she was like, I know. And I was like, no, but you don't know like I do. Like, because she likes to shop, but she's like a pocketbook person and, sneakers and things like that. I'm fashion. You know what I mean? And stuff. I want to shop. I want to shop, but I don't want to pay that. Like, I don't want to. So that's why I need a husband that I can use my money to shop and he can pay stuff.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Celeste, thank you so much. Is there anything else you wanted to add before we get out of here?
I just want to say thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm so glad I was able to help you, and I hope all your listeners out there that need help, hit me up. Hit me up. I got you.
Yes. Look, call her right now. Call her.
That phone.
I know. I love this phone.
The rotary? Is that the rotary?
No, it didn't come in rotary. I couldn't find it in rotary, so I was a little mad. Definitely very cute.
It's still adorable.
She is. I love her so much.
Nice.
I wanted one of these phones for a long time, and when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, it's mine!"
That's that good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, Rox.
Yes, thank you, lady. And I know I will talk to you sooner than later. And again, everybody, go to www.creditonloc.com, or you can hit her up on Facebook or on in her DM and let her help you get your credit on lock. Thank you so much, Celeste, for sliding through the lounge, and I will talk to you soon.